Good morning. Morning. I'm Victoria Lotkowictz, the music director here at the Morristown Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. It's wonderful to be with you once more as we gather together for worship, lifting up that which is of worth in this great common life we all share. As we settle in for the hour, let's pause to center our minds and spirits around this month's theme of paying attention. We begin with words by Alison Wohler. Please join me in the spirit of meditation or prayer. With thankful hearts, we have come together this morning to celebrate the bounty of the day, to bask in the warmth of this community, to share with friends the tides of our lives, to entertain perennially our hope for a better future. We join together this morning, as always, to resist injustice and inequality wherever they may be found. Our hearts are touched by the human need we feel around us, whether far away or within reach of our hand. We come here to be together because this is how we believe our lives are best lived: in questioning and in conservation, in compassion and in service, in gratitude and in joy, in companionship and in love. It is good to be together with you this morning. Come, my friends, let's worship together.
Good morning. I'm Barbara Castellana-Stasiak, one of our worship associates. And this morning, Joan Bells will come forward to kindle our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition. Our chalice lighting words today are by Marnie Singer. The chalice is the container, the space where the musicians and listeners gather. The oil is the fuel, the hours of practice and life experiences of everyone in the room. The wick is the instruments and vocal cords through which the music will flow. And the flame is the music which is created as if by magic. When the instruments are lifted, the breath is inhaled, and the downbeat is nodded. May this flame ignite the music in us all. And now, please stand as you're able and join me in our affirmation by James Philip Blake. Please repeat each line after me, which helps our youngest members who can't read yet. I don't see any of them here this morning. I know there's one here who can read very well. But let's do that together. Love is the spirit of this fellowship.
Love is the spirit of this fellowship.
And service is its law.
And service is its law.
This is our great covenant.
This is our great covenant.
To dwell together in peace.
To dwell together in peace.
To seek the truth in love. And to help one another. And please remain standing and join now in our opening hymn, Come Sing a Song with Me.
That
Good morning again, and welcome to any newcomers, returning members of our community, and anyone who joined us online today. If you're tuning in live on YouTube, please say hi in the chat if you haven't already. We're delighted to have you with us. We're a community of many ages, but we all worship together. You can join us many ways on Sundays, including online, here in the sanctuary, or from one of the many rooms in our building where we live stream the service. In particular, I want to draw your attention to our family room for families with little ones, which is located out of our doors and to your right. The family room is a comfortable alternative space to watch the live stream service. Kids of all ages are always welcome in all of our services, but we offer childcare as an additional option for families with small children ages 9 months to 5 years. Parents, if you find yourself in need of childcare at any point during worship today, please bring your little one to room A in our Gateway Center. Again, welcome to everyone here with us today. We're glad you're here. And so we're going to move on to our time for all ages. So I have a question. Does anyone have a favorite flower? Anyone have a favorite flower? Or just know of a flower? Yes. A daffodil. Yes. Wildflowers. Beautiful. Yes. Lotus is gorgeous. Anything? What do you have? Sunflower. Beautiful. Jasmine. Beautiful smelling. Anyone else have a favorite flower? Peonies. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to talk about a flower that's somewhat important to the sound of music, which is what this service is all about. So we're going to learn about the Edelweiss. So in German, Edel means noble, and Weiss means white. So it's a noble white flower. In French, it's also called a Étoile des Alpes, which is the star of the Alps. So this is a hardy little flower that grows specifically in the Alps, on the mountainside. It has evolved to sustain itself through really hazardous conditions. And it's a very beautiful, beautiful flower. Again, delicate, but resistant to harsh climates. And so right now we're going to have some people come up and sing the song Edelweiss from The Sound of Music. Later on, we'll talk a little bit about the symbolism of the Edelweiss flower within The Sound of Music, but first we're going to listen to it being sung, and then I'm going to invite the entire congregation to sing along. So they're going to sing it first for us, and then we're all going to join in together and sing. So come on up, gentlemen. Thank you.
Good morning again, and congratulations to all of you who managed to get up earlier than usual this morning. Every Sunday, we include in our Sunday worship service a time to share significant life events, births, graduations, deaths, and other significant life accomplishments, losses, and changes. Sometimes we come to this sacred place with something to celebrate, sometimes with much on our minds and in our hearts. Some of us have shared a joy or sorrow or concern by filling out our milestones and passages form online. I do have those. Others by filling out a card and giving it to our ushers before the service. Were there any today for those? No. Even though some of the milestones and passages we have experienced won't be shared aloud this morning, we remember in this moment that we need not be alone. It is possible, even essential, that we share our lives with others. It is in our deepest sharing that we will also find our greatest strengths. And this morning we do have a few to share, and we will respond together after each reading by drawing people into our hearts and saying, "We hold you in our hearts," together. First, from Caroline Blanchard, I have a message saying many thanks to everyone who came out yesterday for the 4th annual talent show. There were jokes, music, magic, jumping rope, and Paul Firm standing on his head. Sorry, I missed that. And our finale song, Three Little Birds, was also a big hit. So thank you to Caroline and to the performers and our enthusiastic audience members. We hold you in our hearts. And also from Caroline, Annalie Blanchard is turning 80 this month. So you're invited to join the family on Saturday, March 21st from 2 to 5 in the Chu Family Hall for a celebration. And you can RSVP to Caroline. A link will be in next week's newsletter for that. Cards are welcome, no gifts, please, and light refreshments and cake will be served. So, Annalie and family, we hold you in our hearts. And from Irene Mendelson and Bob Scott, a reminder that they are leaving tomorrow for the Chobe, did I spell that? Chobe River on the border of Botswana and Namibia. It's their 3rd trip to the area, including Bob's 2nd photo safari and Irene's 1st. The photo safari includes 6 days in an area that has more than 400 bird species and a lot of elephants. And 2 nights they'll spend in Cape Town to revisit the Kirstenbosch Botanical Garden. Bob and Irene will be back in the States on March 21st. So we wish you well in your travels. We hold you in our hearts. And from many friends of John Franklin, know that he is home and in hospice care, and that notes and letters are welcome. His time is limited, but he welcomes photos, videos, and any other messages of love that you can send. So, John, we hold you in our hearts. Let's take a quiet moment now for the prayers and meditations in our hearts, the shared ones and those unspoken. Close your eyes. Get comfy in your chair. Breathe. Hear the breaths of those around you. this community that holds you. Feel the spirit of life holding us all in this still moment. Amen, and blessed be. And now, please remain seated as we sing number 391, Voice Still and Small. Today's reading is by Richard S. Gilbert. Listen. This is a noisy world. You may have heard the story of a dispute in the student union of one university. It seems the presence of a jukebox disrupted conversation. Conversationalists petitioned for removal of the offending machine. Music lovers petitioned to keep it, arguing that it is a very democratic machine. If you do not like what you hear, you can vote with your quarters to hear something else. But the conversationalists replied that what they wanted to hear was silence, and that was not among the options offered. The ingenious resolution was to include a 3-minute silent disc among the records. We are a very verbal group. We are all good at talking. We string endless numbers of words together. By my own calculations, I have probably uttered well over 10 million words from the pulpit over the past 45 years. That's his estimate, but that probably matches mine too. And that is a conservative estimate. Does the quality of the message vary in inverse proportion to the number of words uttered? Listening, the lost art, the gentle art. In my wiser moments, I know that one half of language is to listen. While I spend much of my time talking, I also do a fair amount of listening. It is hard to say which is of greater value. I do know that great discipline is required to listen rather than talk. To speak comes naturally for most of us. It's our default mode. We speak at the drop of a hint that there is someone who will listen. Charles Townsend Copeland, former beloved professor of English at Harvard, used 2 cramped and inconvenient rooms on the top floor of Hollis Hall. He resisted all attempts to move him to more spacious accommodations, maintaining that the top floor suited him perfectly. It's the only place in Cambridge where God alone is above me. He's busy. God is busy, but he's quiet. I read one psychoanalyst who told the story of a patient whom he saw 3 times per week over a period of a year. At every session, the patient lay down upon the couch and plunged into free association. At the end of the year, the man pronounced himself cured and preferred his grateful thanks. The analyst declared that during the whole of this period, he had offered no interpretations whatever. The pupils of the Tendai school used to study meditation before Zen Buddhism entered Japan. 4 of them, who were intimate friends, promised one another to observe 7 days of silence. On the first day, all were silent. Their meditation had begun auspiciously. But when night came and the oil lamps were growing dim, one of the pupils could not help exclaiming to a servant, "Fix those lamps." The second pupil was surprised to hear the first one talk. "We are not supposed to say a word," he remarked. "You two are stupid. Why did you talk?" said the third. "I am the only one who has not talked," concluded the fourth. Life speaks to be heard, says the poet. Sound is a living thing. There is no sound, no language, no music without the listening ear. Without silence between notes, there would be no music. In the Quaker tradition, we have liturgical silence, in which one listens to the Spirit before one speaks. However, as G.B. Shaw once said about the original form of Quaker worship, "I believe in the discipline of silence and could talk for hours about it." I know what discipline this requires, for even when I am listening to another, I am often distracted, listening, thinking ahead to what brilliant thing I'm going to say in response. Listening then has a spiritual dimension. It suggests that I am not the center of the cosmos, but rather one source of words among others. It implies that I have no monopoly on wisdom, that true wisdom may be found in listening. Listen. Listen to what others have to say. There is wisdom in all you meet. Listen to the sounds of nature. It speaks and sings and makes music for those who pay attention. Listen. Listen to the impulses of your spirit. Take time to hear your inner yearnings. That still, small voice drowned in the raucous shout. Listen. This is a noisy world. Perhaps right now, this year, we will listen. And we come now to the time in our service each Sunday when we pause to offer gifts of financial support to this congregation. Your donations make all that we do here possible together and also help make our wider community a better place. That's because each Sunday we give at least half of the money we collect to an organization that is doing good work to advance our Unitarian Universalist values in a world that needs them now more than ever. Today's offering will be split 50-50 with RAMP, R-A-M-P, Refugee Assistance, Morris Plains, which assists vetted and documented refugees who have fled their homes under threat of war or violence. RAMP has been helping adults and children from Syria, Afghanistan, El Salvador to build a bridge to a new life here in Morris County. Members of our fellowship, including the one who lit our chalice this morning, work with members of over 20 other Christian, Jewish, and Muslim congregations, driving refugees to appointments, tutoring them in English, and helping them to find housing and employment. So please give generously on our plate or by following the instructions printed in your order of service and up on the screen. Thank you in advance for your generosity, and we will sing for you now a song.
The movie version of The Sound of Music premiered on March 2nd, 61 years ago, starring Christopher Plummer and Julie Andrews. It would go on to win 5 Oscars, including Best Picture and Director, several Golden Globes, including Best Picture and Actress, the Directors Guild of America Award for Outstanding Directorial Achievement, and the Writers Guild of America Award for Best Written American Musical. It has become a beloved film, loved and admired by many people. The American Film Institute listed The Sound of Music as the 55th greatest American film of all time, and the 4th greatest film musical. There's no question that this film has had an important cultural impact and is a significant piece of art. But what lessons does it have for us in our current political climate? How can a musical with a song about goat herding also be about resisting fascism? What are the parallels between characters in the movie and perhaps some of the people currently in our lives? And most importantly, how do you solve a problem like Maria? To answer some of these questions, let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. In order to do that, we need to take a look at the original musical. The plot was based on the 1949 book, The Story of the Von Trapp Family Singers by Maria von Trapp. Yes, it is based off of the real-life events of Captain von Trapp, his children, and eventual wife, Maria. Of course, like most media adaptations of true stories, certain things are changed around for dramatic effect. The Sound of Music is no different. I will give you a brief summary of the plot for those of you who have not seen the film or musical, which, shocking, I know, but I recently learned there are some people who have not seen it. Don't worry, I won't name names. The Sound of Music is set in Austria on the eve of the Anschluss, the annexation of the federal state of Austria into Nazi Germany, on the 12th of March, 1938. We follow Maria, a novice at an abbey in Salzburg, as she is sent to the von Trapp villa to serve as governess for the Captain von Trapp's 7 children. Maria and the children have many fun outings in and around Salzburg. Eventually, Captain von Trapp returns home with Baroness Elsa Schrader and Max Detweil, a mutual friend. The captain is horrified at all the fun they have been having, but eventually relents when he hears his children singing. Eventually, Maria and Captain von Trapp develop feelings for each other. Baroness Schrader realizes this and leaves, thus ending her engagement to the Captain von Trapp. The couple are married, but then Austria is annexed and they quickly return home. The captain gets a telegram telling him that he must report for duty at a German naval base and serve as captain of a Nazi submarine. Of course, the captain is very against Nazi ideology and determines that they must flee the country in order to find safety. While attempting to flee, they are stopped by brown shirts, but the captain is able to convince them that they are actually headed to the Salzburg Music Festival to perform. Max had previously entered the children in this festival against his father's wishes. They are able to slip away after the festival and seek shelter in the abbey. Eventually, they're able to sneak into Switzerland, walking on foot through the Alps. The composer of The Sound of Music was Richard Rodgers. He was born into a Jewish family in Queens in 1902. The lyricist, Oscar Hammerstein II, was born in Harlem in 1895 to a Jewish father and a British mother. It would be the last musical they wrote together, as Hammerstein died of stomach cancer 9 months after the premiere. The original Broadway production, starring Mary Martin and Theodore Bikel, opened in 1959 and won 5 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The Sound of Music is, of course, about fighting growing fascism in a nation, but it is also about breaking down authoritarianism at a very personal level. Before Maria comes to take care of the children, Captain von Trapp runs his household as an autocratic, militaristic captain blind to the individual needs of his own children, a quote from Raymond Knapp. Maria, however, is able to break down this domestic authoritarianism. Can't speak. She removes the hierarchy within the home, creating equality between all the children and herself. She achieves much of this through music. and of course, clothing made out of curtains. She uses the song My Favorite Things to begin to tear down the walls that have separated her and the children from each other. The music allows the children to remember what it was like to play and have fun before their mother passed away. She also isn't afraid to stand up to the captain when he's being too overbearing. He refuses to let the children have clothing for when they play, and so Maria, being clever and unafraid, makes the aforementioned curtain clothing. There's a wonderful montage of them doing fun and freeing activities of which the captain would never approve. The children are all wearing their new clothing, and an instrumental version of My Favorite Thing plays underneath this montage. Then, of course, you have the song Do, Re, Mi, one of the biggest acts of resistance Maria and the children perform. Their father doesn't like the Von Trapp family children singing. So what does Maria do? She teaches them how to sing. She empowers them with the tools to actively fight against the oppressive environment their father has created within the home. And this is exactly what happens. Maria is standing up to the captain, pleading with him to see and love his children when he hears singing. His children performing The Sound of Music for the Baroness, the very song that Maria taught them, is what finally breaks through his hard exterior and banishes the authoritarian father figure, replacing it with one that is softer, kinder, gentler. The Sound of Music teaches us that we can be brave and stand up to authoritarian figures in our own lives, that we must. Whether it's through music or clothes made of curtains, we have the ability to reshape our own lives and the lives of those close to us on a personal, fundamental level. We should all try to be a bit more like Maria. Perhaps she wasn't the problem after all. It's also important to look at how The Sound of Music addresses the growing fascism in the neighboring state of Germany and its forced annexation of Austria and how characters react to that. There's a really interesting scene where Rolf, part of the Hitler Youth Group, and Liesel's love interest, delivers a telegram for Max. The captain refuses to return his salute and is very angry and short with him. It's obvious the captain does not agree with his politics and is unafraid to show it. The Baroness turns to him and says, "Oh, Georg, he's just a boy." The captain responds, "Yes, and I'm just an Austrian." Max, overhearing the comments, says, "What's going to happen's going to happen. Just make sure it doesn't happen to you." The captain becomes very angry and declares, "Max, don't ever say that again." Max, ignoring the captain's vexation, says, "You know I have no political convictions. Can I help it if other people do?" The captain resolutely responds, "Oh, yes, you can help it. You must help it." How many of us know a Max in real life? Someone who is privileged enough to not even pay attention to politics. Someone who refuses to see what's going on in the world around them, let alone do anything to change it. Max also refuses to call out other people whose political beliefs are detrimental and harmful. He does not see the use in it. But the captain, he knows not only can you change people's minds, it's imperative that you must. This is such a powerful lesson that The Sound of Music conveys about not being unbothered or uninvolved when fascism rears its ugly head. Another great moment of resistance is when the captain returns home from his honeymoon after Austria has been annexed by Germany and finds a Nazi flag hanging on his villa. He calmly pulls it down and tears it in half. This is a great reminder that symbols have power both for the oppressor and the oppressed. Despite the fact that flying the flag would help protect the captain and his family from provocation by the Nazis, the captain refuses to do so. Even a concession this small is a step too far when dealing with fascism. The destruction of a symbol becomes itself a symbol of the captain's belief in fighting the Nazis. We too need to realize the importance of symbols and use them to support our causes. Another beautiful scene of resistance in The Sound of Music is the Salzburg Music Festival, where the family sings Edelweiss. As we discussed earlier, The flower is a symbol of Austria. It evolved to grow in the rocky limestone places in the Alps. It is a delicate flower that can survive in some of the harshest conditions in Europe. And in this moment in the film, it is Austria and its people. They have been taken over by a fascist regime, but they will stay vibrant and unwilting. Through this song, through this music, they are remembering who they are, a strong, resilient, and noble people. The Edelweiss, a small flower growing defiantly on the side of a rough mountain, is a symbol of hope in a dark time, a star in the night. Singing it is an act of rebellion, letting the oppressive regime know that Austrians will not bow down to them. May you bloom and grow forever, indeed. Another crucial aspect of resistance that the Sound of Music shows us is the importance of community. Even though Maria does not end up becoming a nun and marries the captain, the sisters in the abbey never abandon her. When they are fleeing, trying to escape, they harbor them at great cost to themselves. The Nazis would have no problem retaliating against the sisters. In fact, they go so far as to remove parts from the cars so the Von Trapps can escape. Without their continued and unwavering support, it is doubtful that the family would have been able to flee. This is such a beautiful reminder of the power of community to support and uplift people and create positive change. Perhaps the greatest act of resistance on display in The Sound of Music is Captain Von Trapp's refusal to accept his commission as the captain of a German submarine. Instead, he decides to flee the country, leave behind his home, and put his whole family in danger because he believes so fervently that fascism must be resisted at all costs. It's also such a contrast to the beginning of the film, where things are very lighthearted, and the most difficult thing that he had to deal with was his governess allowing his children too much fun and freedom. It shows just how quickly things can turn from singing a fun song about goat herders to having to flee for your life in the middle of the night. It shows that standing up to injustice and oppression is oftentimes not easy and costs so much. The Von Trapps are literally shown walking across the Alps on foot with nothing but the clothes on their backs. But this is a triumphant scene. A beautiful, lush choral version of Climb Every Mountain plays as they cross the Alps. Even if it does cost them, they have achieved their dreams. They are together as a family. They are hardy and hale, and they have resisted doing the bidding of a fascist regime. There's a reason The Sound of Music is so beloved and has had such a huge cultural impact. Of course, some of it is because of the beautiful music and the amazing talent of Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer, along with the rest of the cast. But it's a tale of resisting, of not giving in, though that might be the easiest path forward. It's a story about standing up to authoritarianism, both in your personal daily life and on a larger scale. It reminds us that we can resist in small ways and large, and that both are important. Both move the pendulum forward. Most of all, it is hope. That even faced with the most impossible predicaments, the most challenging oppression, we will find a way to push back and thrive. The Sound of Music is a small white flower, obstinately daring to grow on the side of a mountain. May we all bloom and grow forever. Together and sing number 159, This Is My Song, number 159.
Thank you, Mary Jo and Chris. Before we close, I'd like to draw your attention to our minutes for ministries. We do have time to share brief updates of our congregation's activities to help us stay engaged with our community beyond our Sunday service. This morning, I'd like to draw your attention to a few announcements that are on the back of your order of service. There will be later in the as part of our social hour, a newcomer welcome gathering. So if you're new, be sure to be there for that. And there's a reminder that we will be having a summer day camp and that there will be a need for counselors, daytime leaders, coordinators. So please reach out to Nick if you want to be involved with that toward the end of August. It will be occurring. And the Endowments Committee will be hosting in the future in the meeting room here on March 22nd an explanation of the projects that have been recommended for endowment funding. If you are a newcomer, I hope you've filled out a welcome card if you have one, or you can still do that with our welcome ambassador who would love to meet you and answer any questions. That person will be wearing a gold sash, and there's Dory wearing her gold sash today. If you have questions about religious education, please talk to our religious education ambassador, who will be wearing a green sash. Is that person in the room now today? Green sweater. Okay, thank you, Shari. And anyone needing a caring presence this morning will find a compassionate listening ear with one of our lay pastoral care associates, who you will recognize by wearing a sky blue sash today. Is there someone here today doing that? Not in the room right now, but we're all here to listen. And we have several great activities every week that I've mentioned. And now I'm going to open the mic for short announcements from those who have special events to talk about. So Charlotte, you can start us off.
Hello, I'm Charlotte Walworth, a member of the Middle School Book Club. This month we are reading Devil's Arithmetics. Our discussion will be on March 26th from 7 to 8 p.m. Thank you.
Good morning. I really didn't think I was going to come up today. I'm Shari Lowe. I'm your capital campaign chair for like 3 more weeks, and then it's going to go poof. But first of all, I want to address your attention to the newsletter article from last week where I attempted to thank everyone, and of course I forgot someone, at least one person. But I also sort of told the story of how that wonderful party came to be. So I draw your attention to that. Reason I didn't think I needed to come up again was, well, last week I announced we had reached the incredible only 128,000 to go number after our party, and I knew there were some more checks coming in. But Alex, can we show the slide for mortgage prevention that's in the rotation now? So you guys are just amazing. I can't believe it. We are still, of course you take your money anytime, but the campaign is winding down. Whatever's left is the board's challenge to figure out how to pay it off. But we will be continuing to accept your pledges, your gifts, and you can pledge to pay them through 2027. And if you've already made a pledge, please, we're depending on those. We get to that number because you've all been, we've collected like 96% of all the pledges have come in. So we are hoping to continue that track record. And thank you. Thank you.
And before Victoria does our benediction, let me remind you that this afternoon at 2 o'clock, we'll be having our memorial service for George Hayes here. And for those of you who are watching online from home, you will also be able to see the memorial service. It will be streamed live. So you can check on our YouTube area and search for it there and tune in.
It is time now for us to bring our time of worship to a close. As we go out into our daily lives, I leave you with the words of Elena Westbrook. Go in hope, for the arc of the universe is long and we can bend it towards justice. Go in courage, for together we have the strength to confront injustice in our daily lives and the larger world. Go in love, because a holy and generous love is both the reason and the means by which we transform our lives. Amen. Blessed be, and go in peace.